Okay. We should be live now. Okay, we should be hella live. What's up, everybody? Rev Sauce 9. It's been a minute. I'm just going to shoot from the hip here. We're going to cover this early because I've already seen it through X. There's enough footage out there on X to know what this show is about. Toni Storm is your new champion, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna read down the spoiler, whatever. It was already leaked all over you. If you're under a rock, go to X, go watch it for yourself. Tony Khan got booed. He got booed out the fucking building. Deservedly so. He fucked up. This show is a fucked up show. Fuck Warner Brothers Discovery and fuck Tony Khan. Release Ray Phoenix. I know they're in negotiations. And by the way, SmackDown was not canceled. By the way, there's some people rolling with that narrative in Facebook groups. SmackDown was not fucking canceled. Please go kick rocks with that one. SmackDown was not canceled. These channels need to stop this hokey pokey bullshit with the whole idea of yes, if you're coming in here, I don't give a fuck. Yes, it's all spoiled, but you can go watch it on Twitter. Like, you could go watch it on X. You can go watch it on Blue Skies. Everybody's already put it out. You can already watch it on Facebook. Like, for real, for real. Let me go shut my window. Because I don't want my light hitting my face. So, there's that. Okay. Just going to put it out to here. Everything's already been put out there on X and Blue Skies and Facebook and everything. You don't need to go watch it tonight. Trust me, when I tell you people were recording this, people were recording match by match by match by match. Trust me, I watched the whole fucking thing without even having to see it be popped up on TV, okay? There was enough cameras. Rhea Ripley was there. Buddy Matthews' wife was there. Girlfriend, whatever. Just keeping that a buck with all of you beautiful people. You did not need to watch the show. The show was honestly, this show is so predictable. It's not even funny. Like, let's keep that a buck here on this channel. It was so predictable. AEW was so fucking predictable. Let me read you the match card, and we'll just read the match card and go over this. So Toni Storm wins the belt back. She cuts a promo at the end of the show. Basically, it was like, look, they handed you the belt back. You are pretty much the Charlotte Flair of the women's division on AEW. They handed you the belt. You and Monet are two peelers. They did not have any stock in Mariah May. Let's just keep that a buck there. Mariah May, they just didn't have any faith in her. And that's sad. Mariah May, supposedly Tony Khan don't have faith in Mariah May, and Mariah May cut it a promo, I guess. Are they going to Ray Phoenix her? I don't have no idea with that one. Supposedly Ray Phoenix is in contract negotiations with Tony Khan. Supposedly he's going to be released coming soon, and good for him. He should have been released out of these releases. I just think Tony Khan, whatever WWE's doing, he has to copy. And I think Miro and Malachi Black are going to be perfect on the AEW roster. That's just me. Or sorry, the WWE roster. I should say that better. But let's keep it for real here. Let's talk about it here. You know, Toni Storm winning the belt, I don't really care. Like, that was a given. Toni Storm is Charlotte Flair for them, and rightfully so. It's like, okay, cool. So let's go to this match card here, and let's guys, it's supposed to air at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's supposed to air after NBA basketball. You know, why didn't they just put it out now? They could have put it out at 9 a.m. and led you into basketball. Like, the fuck are we doing? Like, it drives me nuts how AEW just doesn't give the fans what they want. And I'm so tired of it. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, I saw this, defeated Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. That was a given. They belt them up from the hell and back. TBS champion Mercedes Moné defeated Harley Cameron. They made Harley Cameron look really good. So, like, guys, I watched this through X. Yes, I know, through shitty camera footage, but it didn't matter because it's better than me wasting my time having to go watch that after Revengeance Day. Okay? The Global War, same thing. Like, Ring of Honor. What are we doing with Ring of Honor? I stopped watching it every week because it was like, you know, what are we doing with it? Like, you barely have 5 people watching it, and it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm sorry, guys. I'm reviewing this show early. I'm reviewing this early because I've already seen it through X. I've already seen it through Blue Skies. You could dislike me all you want, but AEW is not striking down the people that have cameras that are recording the whole entire match for you and showing it. I don't need to see anymore. This stuff was a shit show to begin with. And then they're saying they're going to do this again in 2026. Well, you better be putting that at Rob Raber Arena where they do the tennis. You better be picking a better fucking spot, Tony. You better be doing a better job, motherfucker. I'm going to go on a rant. I'm going to go on a passionate rant. It was predictable. I predicted Toni Storm was going to win because she is from Australia. Come on. What's next? You're going to have Mariah May on fucking Dynamite next saying, I got fucked over because it was her hometown, and then have them go against each other at Revolution and have fucking Mina Shirakawa show up too now? Is that your storyline? They brought back Jimmy Jacobs recently, and his booking was shitty. You fucking telling me. And no, I'm not doing like my constituents. I'm not telling you like a JD from New York or somebody else out there, oh, AEW is garbage. I can't watch. It's garbage. No, I'm telling you it's predictable. John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, can we stop making the fucking... Like, I saw this, and I'm like, can we just not make... Like, can we personally, the Death Riders, can we just let the Death Riders die at this point? It's starting to irritate me every time they win. It's actually... I'm actually with the consensus. Go away, Heat. That's what that is. I love John Moxley. I love what he does. I loved he put AEW on their back for a couple of years. Even through the brawl and all that shit that happened with CM Punk. I get it. It's time for you to drop the belt, and I hope at Revolution they do the right thing. I hope Tony Khan does the fucking right thing and drops the belt to Cope. Because they gotta do something. They gotta do something, man. It's just unreal to me in wrestling. Like the world's a clown show right now, and outside of WWE and maybe TNA, and that's another thing I'm going to do a video on, is TNA getting bought out by WWE. I've been trying to tell you guys for quite a minute that I've been very upset about wrestling. I'm upset at the world right now. I'm upset at wrestling right now. Like, my two joys in the world, my two joy, basketball is becoming a shit show with my Lakers. Fucking Anthony Randone is fucking hurt again, and possibly going to be out like numbers of games. And I come to sit back, and I'm hoping Revengeance Day. I'm hoping for all that's fucking holy. That fucking Revengeance Day is good tonight. That WWE could save the fucking horrendous week we've had in the world and also in wrestling right now, because it's just, oh my God, SmackDown, it was like last night, right? It was predictable. Charlotte Flair, there was articles already out saying Charlotte Flair was going to win go get Tiffany Stratton. It was already there. It was already set. The table was set for you. Now it's going to be Cody and fucking Cena. Guarantee it. That's where they're going with. You know, fuck having good feud. Fuck the good feud. Fuck everything you know. I'm a little mad about a little bit of everything lately. Fuck wrestling. Right now, wrestling's just like, it's becoming cancerified. Tony Khan getting booed, and he still has a smile on his face like, well, gee Willick, you got fucking booed. You got go away heat from Australians. You got booed. You got told to fuck off. That's what happened. It was just as bad as Hulk Hogan getting booed. You got booed. You know why? Because you fucked the people. Tony, for once, take the fucking L. Take the fucking L, dog. Your show was garbage, and everybody was filming it. Every wrestling fan there was filming. segments, clips, shows. You can't say this show was good. And you guys are coming back, and it better be at Rod Laver Arena. It better be in a tennis stadium. It better be in one of the biggest ones they got in Australia. It better be in a Sydney stadium. They got plenty of cricket places. They got plenty of places. You need to book better. Do better. I don't like coming on here and getting pissed off, but I am pissed off. I am upset. Wrestling's supposed to be the time that's supposed to take you away from real life shit, to not make you feel stupid. Well, AEW makes you feel stupid. Harley Cameron, what was the point? She's Funaki 3.0. What are we doing? In 2025, what the fuck are we doing? You ever cut these beautiful fucking vignettes and stuff like that with her guitar and shit? Give her pretty much a Joe Henry spot. And then what do you do with her? You have her lose anyway. You have her look stupid in front of her own home crowd. You got to stop building stars just to make them look stupid. And Monet does not need to be carrying 3 titles. I'm sorry. Like, she ain't no belt collector. There's a difference between Kenny Omega and Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné was ice cold getting that fucking title. And I just don't understand how we're not starting new feuds out of this. We should be starting new feuds. Fucking Megan Bayne should be going after Moné. If she is your number 1 person and Tony's number 2, then you got to start treating Moné as number 1. Megan Bayne should have been out there roadhousing after the fact and holding up the titles. They should have already started their feud for Revolution already with Megan Bayne. They didn't. They fucking didn't. You fucking kidding me? And I don't like coming on here being mad, but I'm mad and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off how shit show AEW put on tonight. It was a shit show. And you can't tell me any different. By the way, just to let people know, I seen the whole show. I saw it through X. I got plenty of information. Mommy was at AEW tonight. She was in the crowd. Cheering on her man. You telling me this AEW show is going to be a primetime show on TNT? Are you kidding me? Going against Revengeance Day? Like, this should have been in the morning live as it was happening. We should have taken this in live as it was happening. It should have been a prequel to the fucking NBA weekend. That's how shit this is. There's a reason why Tony Khan got booed out the building. There's a fucking reason. This show is garbage. Sorry, like, bro, this was predictable. That's where I'm at. Yes, I've seen it on X. I've seen it on Blue Skies. I've seen it on Threads. There is plenty of clips to piece the pictures together. You're telling Tony Khan saying they made amazing gates. No, fans turned on you. Why? Because you lied. You lied to the Australian fans. You got go away heat. You got Hulk Hogan go away fucking heat. That's what you got. Today. This is not a spoiler. Don't watch the show. This ain't a spoiler. Don't watch the show. I'm telling you, don't watch the show. It's predictable. Watch it after the fact. Go watch Revengeance Day. I'm telling you. Go watch WWE's Revengeance Day. You're going to have a better time. Yeah, I guarantee Shawn Michaels is going to book a better show than this shit. What's up, Charlie? Hey, Sauce, how are you? I'm doing very bloody fantastic. Just a little bit on one right now. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega beating Kadeshita and Kyle Fletcher. That was a given. And the match wasn't that entertaining. Sorry to tell you. Kenny Omega deserves better. Why are we having him go with fucking Will Ospreay? Buddy Matthews. Why are we having him lose? We had Buddy Matthews lose. Okada hasn't done anything. He's had a cup of coffee in AEW, has done nothing. This match did nothing to boost Buddy Matthews except, here's a handshake, guy. You have this guy sign, re-sign with your company, Buddy fucking Matthews. He's now part of the Hells of Hound, and you have him do fuck all. You have him do fuck all. You have him do fuck all. It's like, what? Well, as a person, and I came on early to review this. I don't care if AEW flags me or not. Your show was garbage. It's a C- effort. It's a 5.75 for me. And you're lucky that I gave it that, because this show was awful. Thank God I didn't watch it because I'm not giving them a view. I saw it through X. I saw enough footage on Threads. I saw enough footage out there for a lifetime. This should have gone early on in the morning hours. I would have been there watching it. I'm upset. I'm not happy with this. And you wonder why their all-in show's not doing well. You wonder why people are turning on AEW. Well, this is why. When you put out shows, this is why I watch the highlights. This is why I watch the highlights every week. Tony, look, you could turn this around simply by doing better creative. You have the ability to do so. You were booking shows like a madman for 2-3 years. Now the last 2 years, it's just coming off terrible. Like, for instance, the Death Riders. I saw the whole thing on X. People were posting footage about it. Why? It's just, why? And then after the fact, some hokey pokey shit. Like, why? And this is not even a Grand Slam Dynamite. This is not even your A show. This is your B show. And you're treating it like it's like a D show. Don't get me started with fucking Global Wars either. Bandito and the Outriders defeat world champion Big Bill. Take the belt off of Chris Jericho at this point because it's fucking phenomenally garbage. It's hot piping trash. Hi guys, bye guys. I'm over you. Chris Jericho, retire. It's coming to a point to where you are not good anymore. Give me Big Bill and Enzo already. I am so tired of Big Bill being pushed to the side. Big Bill has been pushed to the side for Chris Jericho. He has been swallowed by the Chris Jericho vortex. It has been a thing. Pure Championship match was entertaining. Robbie Eagle was pretty good, but Lee Moriarty is their champion. You can't have your champion that just want to lose. Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, the Texans, the double Texans or something what they're called, defeating MXM Collection. When are we going to push MXM? You brought them in. They've been piping hot through the indie scene. When are you going to give these guys a push? When are you going to give them a rub? When are you going to do the things? They're like becoming pretty deadly by the day. What are you doing with them? And where's the Von Erichs that you signed all this money to that were supposed to be this big sensation? These are things that make me blunder all the time. Why would they not part of your show? And of course they have Athena win. Of course, I saw that too. They have Athena win in Global Wars. Why? Why? They're treating Athena like she's like the next version of Roman Reigns. For Ring of Honor, she should be losing. Billy Stark should be taking that belt off of her. Athena should be on the main roster. Right now, Athena and Monet should be facing one-on-one against each other at this point and having it out. Or it should be Megan fucking Bain. You bring in Megan Bain after the fucking people had stated. The people had fucking stated. Here we are. Boo me all you want about AEW. I get there's going to be people, there's these AEW people that anything AEW does, anything that WWE does, you got this, it's in the same vein or TNA does. People don't want to see the reality. People don't want to see the shit. Oh, and by the way, I'm so-called this AEW fucking fanboy. According to some people, I'm this AEW fucking fanboy. I was supposed to be on somebody's show preaching the good word about fucking AEW. Well, no. I keep it raw and uncut and unbiased. I don't tell you bullshit that comes out of Facebook groups or fucking Reddit groups. Like, for instance, USA's upset that they didn't get the ratings like Netflix, and so they're going to cancel SmackDown. Give me a fucking break. Cheers to you on a Saturday. I'm just, I sit here and then it's like I get told, like, right, I get told that I need to settle down about AEW. It's like, okay, cool. Like, all right, cool. Like, why? What bothers me is this show should have been this should have just been a thing. This should have just been in the morning hours. AEW missed an opportunity. Warner Brothers Discovery also takes the cake for being garbage. Let me tell you, this show wasn't promoted properly to begin with. Let's keep it a buck. This show was not promoted properly in Australia. I even said they're picking somewhere where it's hard for people to come and watch. You know it's bad. And the crowd for a while there for the first match and a half were making Tony Khan hear it. Tony Khan needs to hear you fucked up. About time people are waking up and booing his ass. When you put on shit product, people are going to tell you. When you fuck over people, they're going to tell you. That's what Australia did tonight. They told Tony Khan. And I saw plenty of videos on X, Blue Skies, Reddit. I don't even need to watch it because I already seen. Toni Storm cut a promo at the end thanking people and talking about how long it's been and, all this stuff. She's playing a character. That's what it's been. She's playing a character. The amnesia shit was awful. They should have just brought her back as Timeless. Then she was trying to justify about, why she said retirement and all this shit. And it's just like, okay, great. Cool. ROH, they have no idea what they're doing with it. They have no fucking idea. Tony Khan has no idea. It's just a brand to have a brand. It's like WWE buying out TNA, right? Soon to be. I already tell you what's happening with that. They just fired 5 different executives. I can tell you already what they're doing. WWE is literally going to go pick the bones of TNA. I'm already telling you. I'm quite frankly disappointed within AEW right now. I'm quite frankly not happy with them either. They're making bonehead decisions. The Death Riders need to lose the belt. They're getting go away heat. You know that, right? People are chanting go away. You know that, right? Be gone, go away. So, that's the truth. I didn't make that shit up. AEW doesn't care for different divisions. They just don't care. Let's just keep that a buck. They just don't give a fuck. They don't care. You know what I mean? Toni Storm, that was a given. She was going to win the belt back. That was a given. There was no defending of the Ring of Honor. You're doing Global Wars, and you're telling me you couldn't find somebody to go get Chris Jericho? You couldn't throw Angelico out there, some Australian known guy out there to fucking go after fucking Chris Jericho. And by the way, this was taped, but by the way, I've already seen it. You see it through X, ladies and gentlemen. People were recording the whole show. There's people actually live streaming it, in fact, over on Instagram and things like that. So at the end of the day, bro, I already saw most of it before it even became a thing. And no, if you guys are thinking for some odd reason that I am literally an AEW shill or fanboy, get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. I've been criticizing AEW. Some people in my audience fucking justify, oh, it's getting better. It's getting better. Really? Is it getting better when they put on shit and crowds are fucking, and me coming on here pissed off? I don't want to be pissed off about AEW shit, but I'm pissed off about it. Like here, Tony Khan. Here's a golf clap for you. You didn't really give Mariah May a chance. Now Mariah May is going to go down in the card. Why? Because Mariah May had a conversation with you had a conversation on a podcast that basically said, I'm wrestling shit people to an owner that's shit. So basically what she said. You gotta love it, and you gotta love Dementia Milter too. Here's another one for you. Dementia Milter this week saying how WWE's fabricating views. No, what's happening is WWE's outshining AEW. They're basically making AEW look number 2. TNA's making AEW look number 3 now. But I don't think TNA is going to be around much longer. I just don't see it. WWE, it seems like WWE, they're reconstructing their company. I didn't even know Josh Matthews was an executive for 10 years. I didn't even know Chrissy Hemme was like an executive producer of the women's division with Gail Kim. I wouldn't be surprised if Gail Kim wasn't let go. And if Gail Kim gets let go, you need to put her in charge in AEW. You know, what happened to Madison Rayne running a women's division? What happened to these people running the division? It just seems like AEW, like, it shows within their shows, like, they don't care. This was if this was a fan service, if I'm Australian fans right now, I'm upset. This should have been a pay-per-view. It should never been called Grand Slam. It should have been called its own thing in Australia. It should have been called something better. And the fans should have got 5 hours, or at least 4 hours of good action. There should have been a title match. Somebody should have gone over. Hometown people should have been preached better. And, they didn't. Their live events guy sucks. Warner Brothers Discovery should take an L here. Shame on them all around. Honestly, what they should have done is they should have gone early in the morning, and Tony Khan should have taken his pop shots at AEW or WWE. He should have. But again, this plays in for WWE right now. In the morning, who's going to be talking more about what? You're going to be talking about Revengeance Day more than you are going to be talking about motherfucking Grand Slam. That's a shame. Like, AEW has great talent, but right now they ain't putting them in the win. Kenny Omega, what are we doing with him? It's a crime to me that he's in a tag team match opening up the show. He's a main eventer. Why are you putting him there? It just makes no sense. And then people are going to say, oh, well, it's because remember, Rev, he's getting his feet wet again. He got his feet wet again at New Japan. And the night after that, in Japan. What the fuck? Kenny Omega should be fighting Okada for a title right now. Buddy Matthews should be feuding against Daniel Garcia at this point. You should reverse this. And then you should have Kenny Omega win your belt. AEW's tone deaf. Fans are telling you how to book your show, Tony. Like, they're telling you. Fans are telling you. Like, what else am I supposed to say here? You brought back Jimmy Jacobs, and they still can't get it right. They have RJ City booking, and they still don't want to listen to fans. They still don't want to listen. That's what pisses me off. I wouldn't be here passionately upset if I wouldn't be here talking my shit if I didn't feel the way I feel. It's a spit in the fans' face. There was reports coming out about AEW giving 2-for-1 offers, and not even the fans that bought that stadium show, they didn't even bother. They didn't even fucking bother to make those fans feel wonderful. If I was running a promotion and I had to downgrade it to an arena, I'm making sure my number one people that were there that are spending the most money are getting rewarded for being there. Not said, oh, well, here's the last minute 2-for-1. That's a middle finger, dude. They need to rework Adam Copeland. I'm serious. Cope, Rated R, Super Cope, whatever his name is. Get the fuck on. He ain't no Spider-Man. He ain't no Superman. He ain't none of that. I'm serious, for real. I gotta take a swig of my drink because I'm so heated. Powerhouse Hobbs made a surprise appearance afterwards to aid the baby faces following the post-match attack with Chris Jericho. Who gives a shit? Do you really give a shit? Powerhouse Hobbs is going nowhere. And he's straight going nowhere. No, we don't talk about Wardlow. Where's the fuck Wardlow? Ray Phoenix is by the day going to get released by AEW. I think we're going to see the Lucha Brothers by WrestleMania. I think that's what you're going to see in a tag title match. I think WWE's scrambling to figure out what they're going to do. Ricky Starks. You got to push him to the moon and back at this point. Miro Malachi at this point. I'm royally heated today. It's like, this is why I don't watch AEW very much anymore. This is why I tune in to watch WWE more than I do AEW. Because you get left disappointed you get fucked at the end of the rainbow, and it's sad. It's like, like the world's going to shit right now. And like sports and wrestling are my two joys in the world next to video games. And Tony Khan, the actual product that I want to see, I don't want to see WWE become a monopoly. That's the thing with me. I don't want to see WWE being a monopoly, and they're about to buy TNA. And to me, it's like, I think Tony Khan just doesn't realize everybody doesn't want to see this company become shit. But it's becoming shit. And you're watching shit. Nobody in my audience can change it. Like AEW this week, like I've been, like I go like this in my tier. I go, it's Monday Night Raw. Then it's literally, I would say you could flip flop NXT and TNA there, and then you could even put SmackDown up as number 2 now. I'm flip flopping things because it's like I'm about ready to tune in and start watching MLW a little bit more. Why? Because AEW just can't book. They just can't. It's baffling to me. It's baffling to me how Tony Khan cannot figure his head from a hole in the ground when it comes to booking shows. Like, what happened? You went from, oh my God, I'm this sensational guy that could book this shit, and you were on top of the world. You were putting out A+ pay-per-views. You brought in Jon Moxley. You had lights out matches that were making history. You had bull rope matches. And now you're looking stupid. Now you're getting toyed with. And it's funny how it's very mind-boggling to me how when Cody Rhodes left, the luster and the joy of AEW was just they didn't need to bring in CM Punk. I think when they brought in CM Punk, I think Cody, it was done. It was Dunskies for Cody. I really do believe that. And now look at Cody. Cody's got all of his crew. Dustin Rhodes re-signed. Dustin Rhodes re-signed with AEW. He's loyal. And that's the thing. Tony Khan put a lot of money, put a lot of belts on him. I honestly see in the next year, before it's all said and done with Dustin, because Dustin said he doesn't have very much time, I see him winning a Ring of Honor championship. The main belt. I do see them doing something special with him because Tony Khan's always been well known to do so, especially with talents. I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing with Jeff Jarrett at some point. They're going to give Jeff Jarrett something and give him flowers. They're going to have to. Jeff Jarrett says he's got a year. I think they'll put him out on top like Sting. But that's another guy That's another guy, Jeff Jarrett, that I like. Look, I get it with wrestling fans, but really what AEW's done is they backed themselves in the corner. You got rid of all your young people for these old guys. Like, yeah, it's Jon Moxley still in his prime. He's like 37. But you kind of backed yourself into a corner. And I feel bad for MJF because MJF is one-dimensional. He's looked like a one-dimensional character. And there's no MJF here in this Grand Slam pay-per-view or TV pay-per-view. You know, you don't have your star, you don't have your A-plus players here. Like Adam, it should have been Adam Page, and you should have, you don't have Fire Desire matches on your pay-per-view card. It's just the way I see it, man. It's going to be average to me. It's going to be C average. Yeah, you can put Will Ospreay and Kenny all there all day long, but Kenny should be fighting, honestly, to be real with you, he should be fighting for the Continental title against Okada. There should be no, this should be belt, like, AEW should be having no fear here. And I'm going to say this, AEW should be playing with house money. What they should be doing is they should have Okada and Kenny in a match, right? And what they should do is have them go at each other and have it end fuckery, right? So they could leave it into the next pay-per-view, right? Revolution. Then what they should do with Buddy Matthews, they should have him go over Daniel Garcia and have everybody have a feel-good moment. You know what I mean? That's what should have been happening here on this very show. You didn't get that. You got Buddy Matthews losing. It's the same match with, it's the same. They keep booking Buddy like, okay, we're going to make you look strong, like he's an up-and-coming talent. He was an up-and-coming talent. He was winning belts in WWE. What are we doing here? He was winning the Cruiserweight title. Like, I just, end of the day, I don't get it. I'm left speechless. I get Harley Cameron. I get it because she's homegrown talent. I get it. And I'm not taking this away from Harley Cameron, but Harley Cameron should be in Ring of Honor. She should be homing her craft in Ring of Honor. They should be giving her the Joe Henry. She should be the female version Joe Henry at this point. They bring Elijah. They bring Walk with Elias over to Ring of Honor. What are we doing with that? Why are we not seeing anything to do with Baron Corbin in AEW since he's supposed to be the surprise person on Wednesday? What's that all about? Mark Davis defeats Thomas Knight. Who cares? In the Ring of Honor, Global Wars. Like, guys, like, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm going to keep saying this all day long. You're building shit shows. Global Wars makes me think of hype. This is not to do it. It's not the way you do it. Grand Slams should be better. I remember when they were putting on Grand Slams up in Arthur Ashe Stadium, and it was great. You got your 5-star matches. What happened to TV pay-per-views being great? What happened to that? WWE knows how to. They put on main event. Come on now. AEW knows how to book. They've done it before. It's just Jimmy Jacobs ain't it, Chief. He should have stayed fired or stayed gone. It just baffles my mind how you have Christopher Daniels there, you have Jerry Lynn there, you have prominent people there, and to me, it just RJ City and Jon Moxley are just running your product into the ground. It reminds me of a Kevin Nash back in the day, WCW. Like, you're giving the keys to the ignition to somebody that has no idea, is like out of touch. There's a reason why Jon Moxley did not work in WWE, and I'm starting to see it more and more. And you know what's sad? This guy doesn't carry your belt. That's how much you care about your belt. You don't care. I'd rather Jon Moxley come up with his own custom belt and say, well, I made the black and whatever Death Rider's belt. Here it is. Fuck AEW. You know what I mean? This is what I think of the AEW belt. It sets a trash can on fire, puts it in there, and lets it toast. That's what I think. You know what I mean? The Death Riders could be so much better. I'm not asking for a Jeremy Borash, Impact Wrestling with the Hardys type shit. I want to see like a vignette of oh, this is the briefcase. You think AEW is so great. Tony, I do what I want when I please. You know what I mean? That should be your Death Riders. Death Riders should come out with masked men every week and just beating the shit out of people. They should be using the current events that are going on in the world. They should be doing things that make you want to hate them. But right now, I'm just screaming, go away. Just go away. You're awful. You're trash. I could write a better segment. Wheeler Yuta being the trios belts, not even being utilized. What's the point of having them? Okada, we see him once every 6 months. And what does he say? Up yours, bitch. Bitch. Come on. This show should have shown you one thing, that this is just... And then Tony Khan said, well, it's the biggest game. You're a fucking liar. You are giving away 2-for-1s and hot dog packages. Do you know who else does that? My Anaheim Angels do. Because they can't fill up the arena or the stadium because people don't want to go to it. When the team is shit and you're not putting things in place that are good, people are not showing up. People are not showing up. When you're not putting an A+ effort in, people are not showing up. And what you did was you spit on the fans. That's why, Tony Khan, you got booed. That's why you got heavily booed tonight at the very beginning. The boos were raining down. I was surprised people didn't throw shit at you. People should have thrown bottles at you and everything else. Because you deserve it. You're going to say this is your largest gate for a Grand Slam. No, it wasn't. Your show was awful. And you guys got to do seriously. You guys got to do seriously better, man. Offensively and defensively. How's the house show? I'll do this for you. I got you. Confirm. Yeah, that's another troll account. I got you. Okay. We'll just take care of that shit. Anyway, we'll just do that. Anyway, moving along. Guys, I'm going to get off here. I've said enough what I need to say about AEW tonight, man. This show was a shit show, to be honest with you. They need to do a lot better. They got to do a lot better as a group. They got to do a lot better. And yes, their TV shows are getting better by the minute, but they got to do a lot better than what they're doing. That's my personal opinion. And that's just my personal gripe at this point. That's why I don't review every week. I review Dynamite, but as I said in Dynamite, it's like, you want me to feel wow about their product, but I'm watching the highlights and reviewing what I seen on the highlights. You know it's bad. This was a C average show. I'm being nice. It's like a C- show. I'm being nice. This is the thing. I'm being nice. I'm giving them. I'm not gonna go D because it wasn't D. I've seen worse from Impact back in the day, and I've seen worse from MLW and GCW. But this show was pretty bad. Now people are gonna say this was a house show. Some people are gonna say it's this, that, and the third. I wouldn't go that far. But for a TV pay-per-view, this could have been on literally in the morning hours. This could have opened up All-Star Weekend on Max and TBS and TNT and all that. They could have. That's just my opinion. And Ring of Honor, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Ring of Honor. I stopped watching Ring of Honor, and it's like Big Bill and Enzo reunited at Jericho Cruz, but they need to do better what they're doing. You know what I mean? Anyway, my name's Rev Sauce. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I gotta get to streaming. I gotta do something that's more entertaining than this shit. Like AEW, man, really made me lose some brain cells. And by the way, I've already watched it. I don't need to go watch it when it's on Max app now. Like, I've seen it through people's cameras on X, Reddit, all the stuff. I don't need to go see match by match because people with their phones were showing it. Like, there was somebody actual streaming the actual show. And with this shit's horseshit. This shit's garbage. Like, if you paid for this show in Australia, I feel for you. I feel sorry. And I get why Tony Khan got booed. He came out and he's like, woo! This show is great! No, you spit on people. Tony, you spit on people. And so has your dad for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but we don't go there, man. I'm just saying. Stop spitting on the fans, man. Start actually listening. Tony Khan, if you actually listen to your fans, that actually, the diehards like myself that like your show to an extent, and actually listened, you would probably do better. You need to hire better people to do your stuff, man, and you need to promote your shit better because the Australian fans, I'm surprised they didn't have their knives out for you. They were gunning for you all night long. Just saying, the first, from what I saw in the live streams that people were posting from there, like, literally, for the first match and a half, people were booing. And you know it's bad when they're not letting up. And Tony Khan, you could have had anybody else come out and speak for you. But you went out and went, we have the biggest match game. And it's like, bro, you got go away heat. That's what you got. I thought the Death Riders getting booed and hissed by fans all over the place was the thing. No, you got go away heat. You got Sha-na-na, goodbye. That's what happened. From what I saw. And I saw each match. I saw Global Wars. Like, people were live streaming it. Like, literally, there were spoilers all out. Everybody had their phones out. Everybody had a camera out. You could go anywhere you want to go, and you could see AEW right now. You don't have to go watch it on Max tonight. I knew it was going to be trash. It is trash. Like, I think the All-Star Weekend's going to be better. I think for Vengeance Day is going to be better. But, hey, I'm not, like, I don't know why we calling people AEW sickos and shit, but if you have to justify this, you're on a whole different planet, man. This show is garbage. My name is RevSauce9. I'll see you guys in the live streams over on Twitch and maybe I'll multi-stream today. I don't know. Who knows with me? Anyway, I love you guys as always. This show was a C minus. I would say it's a 5.75 for me. It's not even, like, watch the highlights. Like, seriously, go watch the highlights. Like, don't waste your time with this, like, it's like watching like a Division III college football team going against the Division I and getting blown out and smoked. Like, that's what this is about. It's like watching the Cleveland Browns play. That's how bad this is. Just saying. It's like watching the Charlotte Hornets play and stuff. It's bad. It's just bad all around. Anyway, my name's Rev, so I'll see you guys in the next one. By the way, if you get upset over this, look, I'm giving you my opinion. I'm going to keep it raw, uncut, and unbiased, okay? And me, I'm not no fanboy for anything, but I'm just going to tell you right now, WWE is going to look like they have the better show. You gave it to them. Like, this could have been, the Grand Slam shows could be so much better, man. And fuck a bunch of Warner Discovery. If this is their idea of TV pay-per-view, and they're the ones that pay for this shit, God, at least NBC allows fucking WWE to at least do some shit. Just unreal. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. And I want to see AEW do better. Like, I'll just say this real quick. I want to see AEW do better. But when they do these shit shows, man, it's like I'm shaking my head going, there's nothing to sink your teeth into. Like, real quickly, before I go. Like, do you give a fuck Mark Davis versus Tommy Knight? Do you give a fuck about Saraya's husband? Or, sorry, not husband. Brother? Do you give a shit about Liam Marinardi, and Robbie Eagle? No, you don't. Do you give a shit Tony Storm won the title off of Mariah May? Unless you're a fucking Tony Storm fan like I am. Do you give a fuck? Like, that was a given that she was going to win because Mariah May opened her mouth. Tony Khan's always been, no, don't talk shit on my product. I get insensitive. Tony Khan's insensitive. You talk about his product, you're getting benched. You speak out about anything to do with AEW in a bad light, and you don't lick his bunghole, you're fucking getting sacked. That's just how this goes. Fucking Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix ran his mouth after he got sat on the bench and before. And look what's happening. Now he's finally going to get released, supposedly. Thank God. Holy shit, that saga can go away. Tired. I'm like, seriously. Anyway, go on X. You can see all of it for yourself. Go. There was live streams out there like this morning. Like, it was wild this afternoon. I was watching Locale Live, and I was also watching on my phone. I was watching people post on Instagram footages and shit of this. So you didn't miss anything. If this is a show to watch, no. If you want to watch it for the laughs, hey, go ahead. If you got Discord parties and stuff after Revengeance Day, NXT, go fucking watch the shit show. Just trust me. I'd rather tune into a All-Star Weekend personally. So that's just me. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I will probably be live streaming tonight, gaming-wise. So I'll probably be watching Revengeance Day off to the side on Netflix. By the way, on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen, get yourself a VPN service. Don't fuck with Peacock. Peacock's horrendously garbage. Guess what? People like me that have brains, we get a VPN easily. And guess what? We watch all the WWE shows live as it's happening on Netflix, okay? SmackDown live as it's happening on Netflix. Raw live as it's happening on Netflix. Same with NXT, okay? So that's how we do it. That's how we roll here in this. We go where we can watch it all at once with no ads. I love no ads. It's great. Anyway, I'll see you guys. I'll be watching Revenge Day on Netflix tonight and off to the side. And I'll see you guys on the next one. This show is a shit show. Global Wars was a shit show. And honestly, I can't even believe I stomached watching live streams. Like shitty camera live streams. But I did anyway. For you guys. This show was horrible. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. And Tony Khan deserved to get booed. I'll see you guys. Peace.